Welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
Hi. In sync. I love it.
Bam, bam, bam. Vanessa and I were giving creepy eyes before we started.
Yeah.
Because I'm never ready.
Never. Right. But you're ready.
I'm ready.
You're so ready.
Joe Biden's in town, and
a lot.
I'm feeling away.
You're feeling away?
I'm feeling away.
Political?
But you're feeling the traffic?
No, I'm feeling traffic.
You're
Feeling
that
the
it
traffic.
took me 45 minutes just to go like 3 blocks. Yeah.
It was fun. Fun
Can't
for
go,
everyone.
can't go under or over the highway right now.
Yeah.
No.
Dangerous.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, what do you got? We got a Vanessa book this week.
We do.
We don't have anything to talk about.
I'll talk about something.
What do you want to talk about?
We posted a TikTok and it hasn't been taken down yet.
Not
so
yet. Thank you.
yeah.
Keep it up. Ugh.
Someone commented and I thought it was really funny. It was like, wait, is Barbara short? Because we were talking about it in the TikTok.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I thought
Cybertruck.
Thought it was so funny because they were like, yeah, I just like on camera, I just assumed like 5'6", and it reminds me. Sometimes when clients come in, they'll recognize us. And somebody came in and they went, "Oh my God, you're so little."
They're like, yep, I fit in the
That's
pocket.
me.
I sure am. I thought it was funny.
Thumbelina.
I'm a small wife.
Yeah, it never bothers me because literally, what am I going to do about it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Missing and presumed small.
Yeah.
The Barbara Bador autobiography.
Sounds about right. Anyway, was that good? Do you want me to ramble about
No,
more
that's
stuff?
good,
Oh,
that's
you're good.
good.
She's good.
I mean, we
That's
went
good.
to Texas Roadhouse last night. We can talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
that.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I got buttered corn. It was delicious.
like
I
the
ate, like,
butter
10
corn
rolls.
cat. That's all I could think about.
Corn cat. That was
I
you.
hate the corn cat.
But you got corn.
I was happy about that. Yes.
It was in a bowl. Like a little saucer.
I
Like a
thought
kid.
it was
Little
going to be
saucer
a
of butter and corn.
cob.
No, that's going to be a whole situation.
Yeah.
No, getting my corn nice and easy to manage. I'm happy.
Nice. All right. I think that's good.
Do that lead in.
Wow.
Warmed up.
Yep.
So I was having a hard time. I picked a book. You know what? This week was going to be for Emily.
Ooh.
Oh,
I had
was
a
gonna
book.
be. She said no.
Well, no,
absolutely not.
it still is.
Okay.
All right.
It's
Okay.
like when you have an idea for a gift for somebody and then they mention something and you're like, oh, I guess I'll get you that instead.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
So I had picked a book out that I thought that Emily would really like.
And then
But then she was like, I just need to know about this. And I
Wait,
was like,
is it?
okay.
need to know about. You've said so many
I
things.
know.
that
That's
are
what I'm
so
trying to think of. Like, what, but then
concerning.
at the same time, like it being a gift, I don't want to be like, oh, is it this? And then you're like, no, it's
no,
this.
it's not. It's socks.
Yeah. Wait,
So-
did I mention it recently?
Mm-hmm.
Had I mentioned it before? Or was this a new mention?
I don't know.
Is it what I mentioned right before we started the episode about asking if there's ever been STDs?
I was
in
thinking
these
that.
books?
I was thinking that. I was like,
No,
that's
That's why
totally.
she suddenly like looked at her phone like, okay.
I'm on it. No. This was last week.
That doesn't. That could have been 8 years ago.
I don't even know where I was.
Well,
for
I also feel like I'm in my bad boy era right now.
Great,
I like
love
bad
it.
boys.
Yeah. So it's like the Pucking Wrong Guys and Den of Vipers.
Batman.
Oh,
Batman.
yeah.
So I want you guys to keep the same
Dark energy.
We have to fall in love with
Yes.
this bad boy. But for a
Yes.
Vanessa bad boy, it could be. Oh.
Yeah. So I'll read the synopsis.
Okay.
Will you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can manipulate the emotions of anyone who lets me. I can make you hurt. I can make you cry. I can make you
Is this
laugh
from his POV?
and sigh. This is a girl.
Okay.
The titles of the chapters are the manipulator and the shadow.
Oh.
I know it's so stupid.
Oh my
She's
God.
the manipulator and he's the shadow.
Okay.
But my words don't affect him, especially not when I plead for him to leave. He's always there watching and waiting, but I can never look away. Not when I want him to come closer. The shadow. I didn't mean to fall in love, but now that I have, I can't stay away. I'm mesmerized by her smile, by her eyes, and the way she moves, the way she undresses.
Oh, I think
This is
I
the
know.
longest we've ever let you read. You think you know what's going on?
I think it's one because there was also a clue. She said I had read this before, so I think it's one. But I don't want to say it. But I'm pretty sure I might know.
I have no idea what's going on. This is great.
I'll keep watching and waiting until I can make her mine. And once she is, I'll never let her go. Not even when she begs me to.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. What is this?
Haunting Adeline.
God. You guys kept talking about this and kept being like,
Okay.
oh, or like everybody commenting about it. That I was like, I need to know about this Haunting
She's-
Adeline book.
She's in her bad boy era. This is the one that
love
was
it.
like, we did Den of Vipers, and I was like, I feel like this one and Haunting Ad is like always.
And then that's why now I need to know Haunting Adeline. Is he a stalker?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Is he a killer?
You know what I was picturing when you were reading that, The Shadow? I don't know why, but you guys know, remember that X-Men movie? What'd you say?
Peter Pan.
Yeah. No. The X-Men movie where the guy, he's like blue and he hides up in the rafters of the church and stuff like that.
Oh.
You don't remember this?
There was an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where it was this comic book like blue guy that hid up in the rafters that traumatized me as a child. But yes, continue.
That could work. Yeah. I can't continue
Why
because
is
you
it
guys
the
don't know what I'm
same?
talking about.
Because it was a scary blue guy hidden in the rafters. So,
There, I mean,
But
what
it
else do you
sounds
need?
the same though.
Yeah.
As what you're saying. No, it's what you're saying.
I don't know.
Weird.
is that? There's a blue lady in X-Men.
Mystique?
There is. Very good. Yes.
Is he part of that?
No.
Oh.
We don't know anything that you know.
I know.
Go
And that's
Piss
why I'm like,
Girl.
Go Piss Girl, this. Every movie you've ever named except for like 3. I don't know what you're
So
talking
was it
about.
Seattle?
None of the TV shows except The Sopranos, but no, I don't watch that.
Hey.
Okay.
All right.
Is it a scary book?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Is
Is
it
it popular?
full of
it's-
trigger warnings?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trigger
Like there's
warnings.
a chapter of trigger warnings.
Yeah, probably. I think I mentioned it last time when we talked about Den of Vipers because he puts the knife in her butt.
Right.
Oh, we didn't start a good girl timer.
That's fine.
It's too late.
I said butt. Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh my God.
That's what the one.
We
T.
don't know how it works anyways. It's all AI now, so.
But there is some gun stuff.
Ooh, gun stuff, gunplay.
Yeah.
That was,
Vagina.
Yeah.
Gun.
in Sopranos, Tony's sister is banging Ralphie and he likes gunplay where she's like.
Doesn't she peg him in that?
I
With
think
a
so.
gun?
No, she holds the gun to his head and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's like,
We're talking about different kinds of gunplay, I think.
oh,
there it is.
like
Yeah.
in it, inside.
I don't know how we went from knife in the butt, sorry YouTube, to gunplay, and you went like holding a gun. Got it.
Yeah, like it's something where
No.
she's like pegging
No,
him,
girl.
but then like holding a gun to his head.
No, she's
Yeah.
pegging him
with the gun. It's like 2 in 1.
2 in 1. Yeah.
Are there bullets in the gun?
They
Does
don't-
it ever go off on accident?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Sequel?
It's okay. It's by HD Carlton. It's 583 pages. Do you want to give?
Beefy.
I didn't hear what you said because you said Carlton. I was picturing Fresh Prince and the Carlton dance.
I hit my microphone when I was dancing.
Wow. No dancing is allowed on the show.
This is a footloose town.
What?
583 pages.
Where do you think the first coming is? Who is it? Is it both of them?
No.
No.
Is it her coming or his coming?
Her coming.
34.
69.
You look like you're on Price is
It's like-
Right. $1
$1, Bob.
So she comes on 94, but it's not with the main male character. It's with another guy.
Wow, what a whore.
Wow.
Yeah. Don't
Wow.
worry.
Trigger warning.
I was worried. Yeah.
She has multiple partners.
Unfaithful to her stalker.
She comes with the main male character at 202.
Is the
too.
main male character watching her come with the first guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's kind of there too.
Yeah.
And he's pegging himself with his gun.
Is he jerking off while she's?
No.
Okay. Barbara has a question.
Yes.
Well, actually, I have to cough.
Barbara had to cough.
I could do a question. Do you think Emily or I will be more scandalized by this? Because Den of Vipers just kept making me short circuit, but I feel like Emily's already been like, ooh,
She
like
was
4
in.
times.
I think I am more like
You're not ready for it
I
today.
feel like The Sopranos desensitized you or something.
I feel the opposite. You didn't even connect the knife play, gunplay, what was happening there. I think I'm all in. I'm just ready to watch you fall apart.
I think that you'll be able to handle it because it's not a wide shoes.
No. It's just
So
one.
I think that you'll be able to handle that well.
I'm in. They're soulmates. Let's do it.
I feel like I'm like, okay, got it. And then we just go with it. But I think I feel very like Pollyanna about it to where I'm like, what do you mean they put the gun in her butt? You know, like I'm more going to need, just like when you're like, his fingers in her butthole, like to tell me.
Here's what's happening.
Yeah, where I am just,
All right.
whole new world. I'm excited.
Whole new world.
Peeping Tom, how does he, okay, let's start. Just tell me. How does he start stalking her? I need to know everything.
So this takes place in Seattle.
Is he Penn Bagley from that show You?
Gross.
Is it brown hair?
No.
We're
he
in a
wishes.
Seattle era.
Oh, yeah.
We're grungy.
It's
Don't go
so
to Seattle.
funny
There's fucking
because
freaks
we
there.
were talking about Seattle in the last book.
Yeah.
How he leaves to go to Seattle, and I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, she's like pick up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Maybe Christian Allister is the other guy that she comes with on page 94 or whatever it was.
Yes. So Adeline is an author, and she's been traveling around, but her grandma died about a year ago.
Rip.
And
Rip. Gone too
she
soon.
left her their family house.
God, I need to get some grandmas.
Yeah.
Right?
It's out.
I didn't get that.
It's out in the middle of nowhere, like surrounded by woods. It's like an hour outside of town.
Yeah.
It's like an old black Victorian house. Like,
Yeah, I'm
Must be
picturing
nice.
Knives Out.
yes.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
like black ivy, gargoyles.
I have a lot of that architecture in Seattle, but okay.
It's
This is not very correct.
well, her family built the house from scratch.
Allow it.
Her great grandfather. It's actually right on the Sound,
Yeah, I think that's like the
water.
water.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Sound of Music.
Ah,
Yes.
the hills are alive.
It's
Yes.
literally built
With
on
stalkers.
on a cliffside.
Ooh, I love it. I want to live there.
Yeah, I feel like the house is like its own character in this book.
I
Love
love
when they
it.
do
I'm
that.
already in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
So-
the architecture?
We got to cast the house.
She hasn't, because like her grandma just passed away, she hasn't really wanted to go back there. She spent a lot of time there when she was young, but she's finally like gonna go back and she's gonna renovate it and live there full time. The place is supposedly haunted.
He's been squatting there this whole time. Got it.
Yeah. he has
love
a
that
little
for him.
nest up in the attic.
A bunch of people died there when they were building it in a fire, and her great grandmother was murdered.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna
and
live
they
there.
never caught the killer.
Yeah, they did. It's him.
It's his dad.
So everybody was like telling her like she should move, like she shouldn't move in here.
It's
like
cursed.
even like the UPS guy is like, this place is fucked up.
Okay. What kind of author is she?
She writes like thrillers. She's really into scary movies.
Leonard Delaney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She actually loves to be scared so much that her mom actually took her to a psychiatrist because she thought something was like wrong with her.
The Adeline or this author?
Adeline.
Yeah. Okay. So when you said she's the manipulator and he's a shadow, I immediately was like, okay, so she's a Libra and he's a Scorpio. She's got a Scorpio moon because she's into that dark shit, and so they're very compatible with this. Yeah, you get me.
I think
Oh.
she
See if that
calls her.
updates.
I think in the book they call her the manipulator because she's a writer.
Because she's an air sign. Yeah.
Yeah. She's at a book signing and they see each other for the first time. She doesn't know who he is, but he's watching her, but he's immediately like in love.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's a Scorpio. Fixed.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll stop.
No, I love it because I'm like, oh, okay.
More? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
When she sees him, he's wearing all black and he's wearing like a hood, but she can see
Like the Unabomber. Like
Yeah.
a Scorpio
Yeah,
Unabomber.
Scorpio.
he has one like really dark eye. I don't know, like she doesn't say what color, but she says it's so dark it's like the midnight sky.
But only one?
And his other eye is white because he's got a huge scar.
Sorry to everyone, but I just made a face that was like, I don't know about that.
His eyes like discolored because of probably an accident.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's cool. That's great. Yeah, I love him. Emily, get in. Get in the car.
Actually, you know what? I pulled up on the little tablet. I pulled up the webpage for him so you could see some.
Ooh. Emily's going to be out and busy with the whatever that is for the rest of the episode.
Fire tablet.
Oh, okay.
What do we got? Describe it for our listeners.
Well, I would say that in some of these photos, he looks like Tom Sandoval if he had a white contact in.
Who?
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump.
Once again, don't know. Go
like
piss,
I'm
girl.
going to show the camera on our YouTube so you can see.
Ooh.
like that.
Let me see.
He has that like kind of like chiseled
okay, yeah, I'm in.
face.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, he has a scar kind of like chalky from
Oh yeah, from Boardwalk Empire.
who's
Okay,
also the
once
guy from The
again,
Wire.
let's see if we get through this episode and you name any references that I get. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm fully into this guy, a
Yeah.
Scorpio. He just embodies, I could fix him.
His
Yeah.
name is Zade.
All right, I'm in.
They
I'm
call him
so in.
Z.
Z.
I don't care what you call him.
Is there
You can work with it?
Is this Henry Cavill did they make this into a movie
I'm out.
or a
No,
show?
I
Nope.
think somebody did that
Nope.
because they were saying like he could be
Like he
Zade,
could, like,
and
a
so they
casting.
probably put a scar on his eye.
He's handsome. He sucks.
Yeah.
That is the one photo that I see everywhere.
This one?
Yeah,
I think I've
Okay.
seen that.
yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not even on any of this stuff. Like I'm not paying attention.
That's
It
a
is
really
like-
popular fan art artist.
Something works by Roki.
Yeah.
I can't see it with the.
She can't read
past his chiseled chest.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he looks like a very sharp jawline, but one eye. One white eye. That's kind of cool. Okay, you know what?
You're into it?
I'm along for the ride.
Pictures.
Yeah.
What does she look like?
She has like cinnamon colored hair and matching eyes. She's real busty. She's really pretty. Lots of freckles. She's really cute.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, had things kind of continued. Well,
She's coming back around.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mean Girls.
yeah, like a Lindsay Lohan, Emma Stone mix with a little bit of Isla Fisher. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So they don't talk. That's it. They just see each other and it's over.
Just get to the point.
Yeah. So she has a best friend. Her name's Dea. And Adeline hasn't been laid in a long time. And so Dea sends a text message to an old boyfriend of Adeline's.
Is it Zendaya?
Yes, it is. It's Zendaya.
This is my favorite book. Oh my God. Oh my God.
She sends a text message to one of Adeline's old boyfriends. I think his name's Grayson or something. It's like Dick the Third.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Like, meet me at my house tonight. I'm so horned
From
up for
Adeline's
you.
phone?
Yeah.
That best friend is unhinged.
Yeah.
Sag? I don't know. I can see it.
And then she's like kind of into it. She's like, fine, I haven't been laid in a long time.
Yeah.
So they're literally like getting it on.
What's a long time? 3 days.
What's a long time?
Like she hasn't been laid in a long time.
Oh,
Years,
they
months,
didn't
weeks,
say.
days.
They didn't say.
Listeners, what do you think a long time is?
It's been a while though.
I would say like at least a year.
6 months, a year. Yeah,
at
something
least
like
a
that.
week.
Maybe it's been a year.
I'm not wrong.
So they're hooking up, right? And they're literally
in the spooky house?
Yeah, in the spooky house.
Okay.
They're literally like about to hook up, and then all of a sudden, someone's banging on the front door.
Yeah.
And
It's the
he's
UPS guy.
like, he's like, what the fuck? Are you expecting somebody? She's like, no. And he's like, well, go answer the door.
He should. Okay.
Fuck you, Grayson.
Literally, yeah. And
But he should.
she says that. She's like, why don't you go look?
Yeah. Or come
And-
with me at least if we're gonna be equal.
God.
She opens the door and nobody's there.
Yeah.
But they get into a fight about him basically
Good.
being a pussy.
Get out, Grayson.
And so he literally leaves.
Good.
But before he leaves, he punches a hole in the wall.
Cool. And then he's set on fire mysteriously as he's leaving.
Yeah.
Ryan
maybe he'll
Shea
die.
showed up.
Maybe he'll
So
fall down the mountain.
She
Off the cliff. Yeah.
She comes back inside and there's a rose on the counter.
Oh my God.
It's
what
a Phantom
color?
of the Opera.
Red.
Of course. One single red
Rose.
I'm
Yeah.
in love. She told us to be in. I'm driving this car.
This also is like such a like scary movie thing. Like
Yeah.
thriller. You know?
There's like a prologue in the beginning of the book where she's talking about how like she thinks that there are ghosts in her grandmother's house. And she's like, I hear at this point in the prologue, like she already knows she has a stalker and she's into it.
Oh wait, what? She knows she has a stalker.
Well, the
oh my God.
the prologue
God.
is usually like
It's not before everything happens. It's like a glimpse of like chapter 47.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a piece of later, and then we'll get there.
It's
they do
like
that
a
a lot to like
preview kind
get you
of.
like salivating. Like, what's gonna happen? Oh my God!
She's
that
like,
normal?
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
that always what the
it
prologue
happens
is?
a lot. It's a little teaser to make. It's like a trailer where you see something intense, and you're like, "What the fuck happens next?" Guess
Yeah.
I gotta read to find
Wow,
out.
I'm an idiot. I don't read. Okay.
Well,
no, I
yeah.
thought that was like, here's a little backstory for you.
So she knows she's being watched and she's into it, but she's also like, I don't know if somebody's in the house or if it's just one of the ghosts. So there's definitely
I'm
like
gonna fuck this ghost.
There's definitely like things that go bump in the night often,
Right.
and so she's kind of like, oh, it's one of the ghosts. Like it's a creaky old house, like whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do ghosts.
But that's
You
really
guys,
not.
you two tried to tell me that you think the salon is haunted.
It is.
And I have to close up at night. I am not a fan of that conversation that we had, but Taylor Swift is always with me in those times, and it's fine.
If
You're
you
fine.
have
You're not- it's not
sound-ons,
mean.
It's never a mean ghost or anything, but
I
it's
know that. I'm fine. I'm a Libra. I'll get along with the
You
ghosts.
just kind
It's
of,
cool. You
the
hear
only-
me? We're good.
yeah, no, I mean it's just stuff like we
Whispering.
we had a painter here one night, and he's the one that asked me about it, and he said that he
was like,
they whispered in his ear.
I was like,
Well-
yeah, that's why you turn music on.
Yeah.
Literally, Taylor Swift is whispering in my ears. So there we go. But I saw The Sixth Sense way too young. I can't be doing that.
Yeah, Sixth Sense. There's a lot of things where it's like I could watch probably a real like autopsy video and
Yeah.
be fine,
Straight up.
but like Paranormal Activity, I'm like, whoo, that curtain fluttered. Nope.
Gotta get out of here. No, no, thank you.
I had never seen that movie until
What?
Bernie showed me.
Oh.
And this is when we lived over here off of like 38th. And I watch a lot of scary stuff, and I'm not easily like super scared, but that really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we were going to bed, and he usually would like hang his pants up or something, and they fell down in the middle of the night,
Big
and
ass
I
buckle
almost
on it. Hell no.
peed the bed.
Divorce.
Well, we weren't married then.
Shocker that you got married.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and Google, when did that movie come out? I know this doesn't matter.
Paranormal Activity?
No, I'm sorry, not Paranormal. Oh, is that what we're talking about? Or are we talking about The Sixth Sense?
Both.
Never mind.
Sixth Sense was a long time ago.
It was
Sixth
90
Sense
something,
was-
right?
Yeah, you're probably the age of Haley Joel Osment in it.
Like if it came out in 99, I was 9 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw it way too fucking young.
Yeah, there's definitely like scary scenes. Like
1999.
Literally, I was 9.
Oof.
Talking about it now, I'm going to have trouble sleeping tonight. Eric, get ready.
Leaving the.
It was really just sad though at the end.
Correct. I was 9. Okay, I don't.
So,
Ugh.
I
You always
won't
leave the
really-
kitchen cabinets open, and that freaks me out.
that's
That's in Sixth Sense, with the lady that like slit her wrist, the like abuse lady. Remember when he's like in the bathroom and she runs past the hallway?
And the kids standing in the hallway. We can't. When it gets cold,
I'm scared.
I can
this a
only sleep
movie
when I'm cold.
podcast?
Then I
Yeah.
it's Glenn Powell's movie podcast.
We're telling scary stories.
Okay.
Anyways.
She can't tell if it's ghost she wants to fuck or an actual person. Got
Right.
it.
But she fucks the rose. Okay.
His eyeball is a ghost.
Ooh.
No, she's just confused. Is there a real person or is it just a ghost?
Yeah, there is. And
Someone
he's got a
is
gun.
watching me outside, but is he in the house? Okay, so there's lots of.
Is he an indoor cat? Oh, no.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is he house trained? I know
Okay.
I'm okay with him being outside.
So it's
You're not
funny
gonna
that
get through this book.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I know.
I don't know what you were thinking.
There's lots of roses that pop up throughout the book. I won't really get into a lot of the stories,
Is that his
but
calling card?
kind of yeah. So she's like cleaning out the house, and her friend are like upstairs going through like her grandma's stuff in like the attic or something, and she like goes downstairs to make him a drink, and there's a rose on the counter. So
Fresh
he was
rose.
literally there while they were just upstairs.
Yeah, he didn't help clean.
He actually
points.
left out a glass too that has like a little bit of whiskey in it, so he like helped himself to a drink.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh shit. Oh no.
What else is
I'm
kind
like,
of
ooh, he's confident.
Yeah.
it's her grandpa's whiskey too. So she's like,
I don't know why that felt like incest. Like I just went like, oh, grandpa. Like no.
no, it's just like old whiskey.
Okay.
Okay,
Well
nice.
aged.
It's funny too because she goes and like checks all the windows, checks all the doors, everything is locked. So she's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. There aren't really ever any. Oh, she finds one in her car too, and it's locked.
She drives a Volkswagen Beetle with the little flower bud vase in it. Yeah.
There's no notes until she gets a dozen roses on the porch, and it says, "I'll be seeing you soon, little mouse."
Little mouse.
Little mouse.
Yeah.
It's like cat and mouse.
Oh, that's the name of like the series, The Cat and Mouse.
Stuart Little.
I was like, mousetrap? Okay. Cat and mouse. Okay.
Because it's like predator and prey.
Manipulator and shadow.
Shadow. Whatever the hell that character's name in X-Men is, his thing was that, well, and he was blue, and he could like disappear and reappear in like different,
Ooh.
you know what I'm saying? Like portal
Like
situations.
Widow?
I'm doing a bad job. But the point is, I'm still fully picturing him because he can just like appear in her car without having to, okay.
Yeah, mystical.
So she files a police report.
After these flowers he's been giving her.
Girl.
The cops are really no help anyways because there's like
really?
we really
Typical.
there's
Classic.
really there's really no evidence there. He's not like actually breaking in. There's
Like, you're
no
crazy.
She's probably
It's
just
just
hysterical and needs a
flowers.
session with the hand
Yeah.
crank. So-
That's
okay.
true.
So
I just realized our regular listeners aren't going to know that reference because it was our Patreon episode.
Join our Patreon. Patreon.com/Find
find out about the hysterical treatments
July's episode, stiff.
sneeze in a satchel. You
Fuck.
know?
and the egg white cannon.
Mayonnaise.
Gross. Vanessa's
She's
triggered.
mad. Okay, yeah, well, you were
I'm
saying?
glad you edited that out too because
You
I
told me to.
literally
I would literally never do that to
over.
you. It was intense, yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Zendaya is like, we should go out. Like, you're worked up, you have a stalker, like,
You're
let's let
hysterical.
loose, let's
Let's hit the
get
club.
drunk. Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to make you look so hot, find you a delicious man to take you home tonight. And if that stalker comes around, he can kill him too. And she's like,
foreshadowing, please.
She's like, it's hard enough to find a man these days that can fuck right. And you think I'm going to find a man that's willing to kill in my honor too? That's cute.
I bet she is.
So they go out. She's dancing with this super cute guy. And she's like, oh, maybe he could be the one. Like, literally, she's like, he's so hot. Like, he seems a little dangerous, like enough to like keep me from being bored. But then she gets a text message after she heads up to the VIP with this guy. Oh, his name's Archibald Tavalera the Third or something.
So he's supposed to be like some old money shit.
He seems a little.
What do you call him? Bald?
He calls bald. I think he goes by Arch.
Don't like it.
Yeah, I think
that's not gonna work.
But they call him Archie in the book.
Archie, definitely not gonna work.
She gets a text message, and it's from an unknown number.
Of course, single rose emoji.
It says, "Sneaking off with random men, little mouse. If I catch his hands anywhere near you, they'll be in your mailbox by the morning."
Oh my god, he sends her letters.
Why is it obsessed with me?
It's her love language gifts, because damn.
Acts of service.
Yes.
So she takes him home anyways, because she doesn't give a fuck.
She's like, prove it. If he wanted to, he would.
Yeah. I think I'm bumping my mic this whole time, because it keeps moving, so.
She takes him home.
Okay. Fuck them hands. Yeah.
She takes him to the solarium, which is like all glass.
Nice.
And she wants to show him.
Smart.
Yeah. She's out in the middle of nowhere, so
right.
no one
and
is
we
around.
don't know that the guy who sent it. Sure, we don't know.
Right.
That
She knows she has a stalker, and it's like, well, if you want to.
That is texting her.
Here.
Yeah.
I think she definitely is trying to provoke him.
100% is, but also plausible deniability, Libra.
So finger stuff happens, and this is where she comes.
Finger stuff happens. He's gonna lose those fingers.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
yep. Is that part of the gunplay?
Oh. Pew, pew, pew with his hand, with the fingers.
Finger guns?
Finger guns.
When I say gunplay, what do you think I mean?
Yeah, but he's doing gunplay with his finger guns.
But they're snorted. But it's his fingers.
It's inside of her, yeah.
It's dead fingers. Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're on the same page, because you seem too happy with that. I'm like, oh,
it's not the same thing. Okay, so
ghost fingies. Okay.
She comes, and they're gonna go upstairs to have sex because she's like, she
94.
can feel, she can feel like somebody is watching her,
right.
And so she's like, let's go upstairs. And of course, they're interrupted by a bang on the door.
The UPS guy back again.
Boom, yeah.
Terrible at his job.
Yeah.
So just like Zendaya said, this is an honorable guy. He pulls out a gun.
Wait, who?
Archie
Archie.
Allister.
Yeah.
This all takes place during the 3 years that Christian Allister had to go to Seattle.
Yeah, it is.
So he pulls out his gun and he's like, go hide. I don't want whoever this is to see you. If you're not expecting somebody, this could be a bad guy. Go hide.
Archibald pulls out his gun.
Archibald pulls out his
I'm
gun.
less excited by that. But also,
It is.
Okay.
And that's exactly what she's thinking. She's like, wow, who is this guy? But also, why does he have a fucking gun?
Well, you know, how else are you going to play?
So after a while, she's like, what is going on? She doesn't hear anything. She goes outside. He's nowhere to be found.
Door open or closed?
Check the mailbox.
Door open.
Check the mailbox.
He's
Does
nowhere.
she go check the mailbox?
There's nothing in the mailbox. She doesn't have a mailbox.
He stole it.
Which is something that she's like, joke's on you, I don't even have a mailbox. But she goes outside, and there's just a rose in the driveway with blood all over it.
I love it.
Oh my God, I love it.
She doesn't have a mailbox. That UPS guy is going to be pissed. Yeah.
That's why he's always like, come on.
So bloody hands. Like,
what do you keep ordering from Amazon?
Just hands. Just handguns. So the cops show up.
Bloody Rose.
Yeah. And the cop's like, well, it sounds like this other guy did you a favor because Archibald Tavalera or whatever the fuck his name was, he's a bad guy. He put his wife in the...
not a bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he put his wife in the hospital.
Ooh.
He like smashed her face with a tequila bottle and then tormented her after they got a divorce. And she's like in a psychiatric hospital.
Oh, she's in an asylum.
Yeah, so he's a bad guy.
Dang.
And the cops basically like, he did you a favor.
Yeah, he did.
And she's like, my stalker? And he was like, oh, you have a stalker? And she's like, yeah, I've been making police reports. He was like, oh, there's nothing in the system about this.
Detective Doofy reporting for
He has access He has access to the police records.
Been deleting the reports.
He's Christian Grey. Alistair. Christian Grey is 50 Shades of Grey, which I kept thinking when I was reading. Oh, don't let me derail this. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy.
Do you think that he uses some of Lincoln's apps from Pucking Guys?
He invented the apps, babe.
That's how he has his money, is because
the
he
app
created
called
those
The
apps.
Rose?
Oh, the Red Rose.
Okay, so the hands show up in a box with a
they
note.
do.
While I will enjoy punishing you for every time you called the police, let's hold off this time. Wouldn't want to have to hurt them next, little mouse. So he's basically like,
Oh my God.
stop.
See how far it goes. Call the cops back.
You are clenching.
We're kicking our little feet.
So, so he's like, no more, don't make any more police
Knock it
reports.
off.
Yeah, I'm tired of hitting delete.
Yeah.
So,
As always, these are things that we like in books. Nothing
always,
in real life.
We can't know what we like in real life until we experience it, right, Eric?
I know that I would not like this IRL.
unless it's
Eric,
your
if somebody tries to,
I mean,
what
Jeff
did
can be
Archibald
the
do?
little I'll
finger
be the,
bender.
Jeff sends you flowers a lot, so sounds like
Jeff can be my stalker. What I'm saying is I don't want anyone else to be my stalker.
yeah, that's true.
'Cause you're so obsessed
oh,
with me.
yeah, no, I'm fully into that. Eric and Zendaya are the only ones who are allowed to stalk me.
Right. Right.
Okay. So the cop also tells her that his whole family is like a crime family, basically.
Archie's.
His dad is a bad guy too. Apparently,
Archie Jr. Archie the third is now missing his
Senior,
hands.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So she's worried about repercussions.
Right.
Because she filed this report, now they're going to know this is the last place that he was saw and that maybe she might have had something to do with it.
Yeah.
It's fine, though, because his whole family ends up dead.
Oh
my God, it's fine.
That's why he had to hire Christian to come up to kill out the whole family and then dip back out.
And you know what that is? Meet my needs before I have to ask for them.
Don't ask. I don't want to
Absolutely.
ask.
Yeah. See that there's an
Anticipate.
issue and handle it. Acts of service. There we go.
That's the kind of acts of service.
Yeah.
So she's
Murder.
definitely relieved by this. And so now she's like feeling away.
She's kicking her little feet about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Okay.
Well, she's like, he's stalking me, but he's
Protecting me.
Yeah. And he told me.
I'm going to give him a Capricorn rising because this guy gets it done.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
See a task? Done.
Yeah.
Done.
He told her, don't let anybody touch you.
He was very clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gives all his warnings in full detail. Nothing left to be.
An air Mercury. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
So, she wakes up because she hears a noise and she thinks he's about to come into the room. And so she like gets like she has like a screwdriver or something. And well, she was like putting together some furniture for her room.
It's an electric one.
It's just an IKEA one.
Yeah.
So she's like waiting for him to come in, but then she hears him leaving and then she hears the front door. And so she runs to the window and she finally sees him.
Hood up, walking down. Yeah.
Of course, she's like, he's beefy. Like, I can't really see anything else. But it's almost like he can hear her. Oh, so it says he's tall, very tall, but not bulky. Even beneath his clothing, I can tell he's fucking lethal. Lean and packed with muscle. The hoodie clings to his body, showing off his broad shoulders, thick arms, and trim waist. God, he could crush me if he wanted to. His hand looks big enough to cover the entirety of my face or wrap around my neck.
Oh my God.
Would he do it? Would he do it
Barbara's blushing.
No, I'm not.
Would he do it to cause pain or pleasure? Does
Yes,
my shadow
both.
want to hurt me or love me?
Yeah.
So it's almost like he can hear her thinking about him and he turns around and looks up at the window. She can't really see anything.
But does a white eye like glow?
No, she can just see his mouth. And she notices that he's smiling and it kind of pisses her off because
Love
she's
that.
like, you're fucking toying with me.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So what does she do? She fucking runs outside and she's like,
Just
get the
tits bouncing on the way down.
Swinging her.
Big old titties, just hauling ass. Yeah.
She runs out there and like confronts him, which is funny because she doesn't bring anything with
She
her.
doesn't bring her screwdriver?
No.
Well, he lets her catch him. Like
he doesn't. She tries to push him, and he's just laughing at her, and then he just turns around and walks off.
Dang.
He just turns around and walks off. All right.
So we get his POV, and it turns out that he's kind of like a vigilante.
He's Batman.
He's Batman.
He
That's
really
like
is.
a single rose, because then when Batman's parents
Kiss from
die
a
in the
rose
hallway,
on the grave. Yeah. The Seal song that they use in Batman.
I'm not sure which Batman we're talking about, but
Batman, anytime his parents are killed in that alleyway, there's always like a rose.
Yeah.
A rose.
A rose. That's it laying in the ground.
So, he is a hacker.
Of course, because he created the Lincoln bio.
But he's also like a mercenary, so he's like trained to fight and weapons and all that. But he's basically dedicating his life to end human trafficking. And so he basically created this company. He uses his hacking skills for corporate espionage. So he gets hired by corporations to look into projects that they're working on or gain intel for like lawsuits and that kind of stuff. And he uses all of that money to fund this company to help find people who are sex trafficked, human trafficked, and help free them.
Yeah.
And he has like little pods of people like all over the country.
Yeah.
But lately he's been really more interested in government officials. And since it is so like sensitive, he mostly does this on his own.
Yeah.
Where he leaves like the lower guys to the rest of his company. And so that's kind of why he's in Seattle, because he found out that there's some senators and celebrities and stuff who are a part of this like elite group, and they're doing like sacrifices and like blood rituals and definitely like virgin baby blood, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty dark.
Okay.
So
that Phil Gates and Clippy out there, they're taking things to sacrifice to Clippy out in the Silicon Valley.
So that's kind of like a subplot going on in the background.
It's not just the UPS guy and him playing like ding dong dish.
So he's trying to he's like infiltrating this like circle or whatever and trying to find information about them. After she hears him in the house, they start texting a little bit more. Like she starts responding. She starts responding to these text messages.
He's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Quit it. You know what I'm doing.
You can see me.
You're watching me.
You can hear me."
Does he just run away after she's like confronts him in the front yard?
Yeah, he just turns around and walks off.
Yeah,
he says, "Go piss, girl.
Go piss, girl." And she's like, "I didn't even bring shoes out here, and it's all gravelly."
Damn it.
So then they start texting.
Yeah, so she, not really. She's more like provoking him by like talking shit. Like he's like, "You look so pretty when you're scared." And she's like, "You're going to look pretty when I stab you."
Nice.
She tells him to fuck off, leave her alone. And he's basically saying like, if you don't stop telling me to fuck off, I'm going to punish you.
She's like,
well, let me guess, she keeps doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So one of the nights she wakes up and he texts her and he's obviously in the house. And he's like,
"You're out of milk.
Come find me for your punishment."
Oh.
And
she stays put because she doesn't want to be punished? I'm guessing not.
No. She goes looking for him and she finds him on the balcony, like in one of the upstairs bedrooms. And she's basically like, "What do you want from me?" And he's like,
"Everything."
"Well, you're haunting me, so now I'm haunting you." And she's like basically asking like if he wants to kill her. And he's like, "No, I want to keep you."
Yeah, girl, don't be dramatic.
So
she's hysterical again.
Yeah, she's, oh God.
He basically gives her like a deal. You can go hide, and if I find you, you'll get your punishment. But if I don't find you, you won't be punished. But he finds her.
Of course. He's really good at hide and seek.
He's Batman, and he has a tracker in her IUD.
Yeah.
So this
the beeping gets louder as he gets closer to her.
This is where the gun comes in.
Ooh, is this the first coming?
Yes.
Nice.
We're not going to read it.
It's a little too...
That's a lot.
No, I just think... So a lot... He doesn't... Because he's such a bad guy...
Yeah.
like his life is so crazy. He's not normal. And so I keep wondering like why he just doesn't like approach her and say like, hi, you know what I mean? But he's like, if I did that, I could just convince you that I'm a good guy. And then you would find out that I'm not. And then you won't love me.
He's going with the whole, I'm going to be my full and authentic self. And if you don't love me for me, then I'll know that it wasn't meant.
Yes.
Right. Wow. That's very mature of him. Emotional
if you don't
intelligence.
love me at my worst.
Yeah.
So it does seem like sexual assault, but it is not.
Yeah.
She is like.
It's also a book. It's also fiction.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like in her mind, she's telling him no. She's telling him to leave. But then she's provoking him. She's not running away.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so a lot of the sex scenes leading up to them having sex are all just one-sided. Him making her come. They're not having sex.
Pleasure dumb.
Yeah. So he uses the gun on her as punishment.
Is she scared at all? Or is she likes it? I mean, okay, but blanket statement, she likes it all.
She's scared.
But
she
she still
likes
likes it.
to be
But
scared.
her mother took her to the psychiatrist when she was younger because she loves being scared so
Yeah.
much.
That's like
So
her
this is
kink.
kind of her kink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he
We don't
pulls...
smut shame or kink shame.
Again, this book was up there with like a chapter full of trigger warnings. So
Yeah.
you're brave
Yeah.
for being here and we're brave for being here and you're brave for reading it. So let's just,
This was
all
my
right.
second time reading it.
Not the last.
So he pulls out the gun and he's like, basically like, tell me you're not going to let anybody else touch you anymore.
Okay.
And she's like, fuck you. And so he puts the gun up to her mouth and she's like scared.
Right.
And he's like, relax, open your mouth.
Girl. Next time you're at the dentist, like, God.
He's like, suck it.
Suck the gun?
Yeah.
That's icky.
So
Look at Emily.
she gets
Has
it.
he used the gun before? Like, does it it's like gunpowder on
Smoking
it? and stuff?
still?
I don't know.
Like an old timey gun? Is it like a revolver?
I was
Is
literally
it like
picturing like a little pea shooter with
They
like...
don't say. I'm sure it's just like a
Definitely
9mm
I
or
picture
something.
like one of like the guns from like Romeo and Juliet. Like it's all like beautiful and with like a thing on it.
Yes. So
Dang.
she lubes it up. He sticks it in.
Lubes it up with her mouth.
Yeah.
She's like grabbing for like what? Okay.
She's about to come, but he stops and he's like, tell me you're not going to let anybody touch you anymore. And she's like, I'm not saying anything. Like, she's just like,
Do it.
and then he cocks the gun.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Scary.
And so she says she won't let anybody touch her anymore.
because it got to the point that she liked it.
She wants
just
to
got
come.
so quiet. She says, what?
She's not going to let anybody touch her anymore.
Okay.
Just him.
Okay.
Yeah. So then does he like, can you, I guess you can uncock the gun or does it then go inside of her cocked?
It's already in her when it's cocked.
Oh.
He's using it on her.
I thought then he pulled it up to be
Yeah,
like,
No,
we
no,
didn't
no.
hear that.
No, and then it's
in.
inside
it
of her,
never
and then he goes,
comes out. Yeah, and he's in and out, in and out. She's about to come, and she's like, "Do you want to come?" And she's like, "Of course I do," but she doesn't say that.
right.
But she's like,
She's playing along because this is
She's
her kink and
grinding
she's
on
into
it.
it. Yeah.
and he's like, "Tell me you're not going to let anybody touch you anymore." And she doesn't say anything, so he cocks the gun while it's inside of her.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I hope his hands are dry. That's very slippery. Oh my. Oh my.
Wow.
You know why we didn't set a good girl timer? Because YouTube wasn't going to allow this.
Yeah,
out.
this is a bad girl book.
Say whatever you want.
Yeah, we're talking about a cock gun to the seams because she's in an old timey house where a lot of the sealant has come up.
Yeah.
And so he's helping her repair her house.
Yeah.
That's what, whenever
yeah.
the YouTube
Saved
people,
it.
Yeah.
Give us our
saved
42
it.
cents.
Nailed it. Yeah. Thank you for my 4 cents. Join the Patreon where we'll probably eventually only ever be able to exist.
They're going to kick us off every other platform.
Eventually OnlyFans. What's up?
Oh my God! Now you're really trying to get our video
No,
flagged.
but like we'll still just
We
be
already did.
us, you know.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if the money's good.
Topless, just topless episodes.
What the hell is happening?
Okay.
I'm going to have to have my whole family stop watching.
After he leaves, she makes like a joke. She's like, "This brings a whole new meaning to finger banging."
She loves it.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
she loves
She
it.
loves it.
So,
She comes all over the gun.
yeah,
It's clogged up.
He still hasn't put his pee in her.
no.
Has she seen it? Has she touched it?
So
Felt
He chains her
Smelled
up in her sleep and he goes down on her.
I don't like it.
And then she gets drunk one night, passes out, and he just comes to check on her.
Aw.
And because she's all drunk, she's feeling like really ballsy, and she's like, "What? We're not gonna fuck?" And he's like, "No, you're
Great
wasted. Like I'm not gonna."
That's the
love
line.
it.
I mean, great, cool.
Yeah, but he's like, no, you're not in the state to fully like.
Yeah.
That's where it's like the sexual assault stuff. Where it's like he still is like.
Consensual
Yeah.
non-consent. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So that night he pulls it out.
With dumped, he whips it out.
Yeah, and he kind of like slaps her with it a couple of times.
Is it the size of a medium-length python?
It's huge.
I picture
A large python. Yeah.
No
okay.
piercings though.
I'm thinking of like the one that on that dump. What was it? Whip it
Whip
out
It Out.
subreddit. That.
Was it Slow to Stroke?
Yeah, that
was his name.
I was looking for something in our
That-
group text the other day, and I was looking through the pictures, and I saw that, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Was it a wiener?
yeah,
So stroke
Oh.
cleaner. Yeah.
I didn't know we sent that.
pretty big.
It's huge.
She was like, I had to go real far back for that.
Yeah,
That's all the
and then
chip
it froze, and then it was stuck on my phone like that for like an hour. It was so weird.
Nuts.
Hi, Diane.
Nuts.
Okay, so slow stroked. He slow stroked it out.
He jerks off on her face.
So she's like, thanks.
Yeah.
She's already drunk. Oh, I don't know.
So there's lots of other stuff about.
Again, it has to hit all the trigger warnings, so it's
Well,
like.
no, I'm just saying
it
there's
does
lots of stuff about his human trafficking job
His
or
work
whatever.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a good guy.
Because he's trying to infiltrate this like group, he pretends to be like a newly rich like web.
He's going undercover.
Yeah, like some startup, and
Elon
he's
Musk.
trying to like
Probably.
he's trying to get invitations into the club, like the secret club.
Secret baby eating
So
club.
so he's like one of the videos got leaked from the ritual, and he knows that some of the senators were in this video because you could see their face.
Jeez.
And he befriends that guy, and they see each other out on the street, and he's like, "Oh, we should go get a drink," and they end up at the same bar as Adeline.
Oh,
And
okay.
someone hands her a drink and their fingers brush, and he goes, "Hang on, I gotta go murder someone."
Yeah.
Well, the senator sees her, and he's like, "Wow,
Perfect for the ritual.
Yeah. I
And-
love her.
Of course, Z's like, "What the fuck?" And he's trying to keep her away. So he says, "That's my girlfriend."
Great.
And he thinks that making claim on her might keep them away.
And let me
But
guess, doesn't
no.
work.
No. So they end up, it's Halloween, and they end up going to this like haunted house.
Her house.
Her house. Yeah.
And the senator is there because it happens to be a good time to pick out some
Oh,
kids
because you're like
to be
undercover.
kidnapped.
Cool.
Ugh.
And so he's actually trying to get Adeline kidnapped. And he sends a picture to somebody, and there's like some guy like waiting in a van. And so he's like basically trying to like keep him away from her. He ends up killing him
Nice.
in the haunted house.
Hey.
Yeah.
Part of the decorations.
And the crowd's going, "Oh my God, it's so
Oh,
realistic."
it's so realistic.
Him
Really.
and the other senators are there, and he kills all of them. Not before he gets some information about where the secret club is and the secret dungeon and all this stuff.
Aw.
But this is where we're gonna read because this is the first time they fuck.
In the blood,
It's the first time she puts his P in her V.
on top of the dead bodies.
At
this
the
point,
dead senators. Oh my God.
She's kind of like coming around to him, obviously.
Yeah,
like
she is.
When he finishes, when he comes, does he say like, "You can't count on my vote"?
what?
Get a new district. Boom.
Oh my God. He shows up at her house. He shows up at her house one night, and he's super upset. And I think it's because he like lost somebody. He couldn't get there in time or something like that. And so he's super sad. And she's like trying to like console him. Even she's like, "This is so fucking weird. Like, I fucking hate this guy." But she's like,
I feel for him too.
yeah. And so she's like giving him a hug, and she's like rubbing his shoulders. And she's literally like trying to have sex with him to like make him feel better.
Aww.
And he's like, "No,
You know, I'm not really in the mood.
Yeah.
I like to kill people. Someone else does it.
Yeah.
So
it's not the same.
She
Yeah.
at the end of the night, she goes into the the mirror maze or whatever, Hall of Mirrors.
Oh.
Yeah.
In the haunted house.
She goes in there at the end of the night. Yeah, she goes in there and she gets lost.
Right.
And he follows her in there.
Ooh, and spooky because like you can't.
Yeah.
Like, which one of him is fucking me? Yeah.
Right.
So this is, we're in the Hall of Mirrors.
And they just have like, oh, closed for cleaning. Don't come in here. No one else come in. Some little kid is like stuck. Like,
It's the end of the night, so I don't think anybody would go in there just because it takes so long.
Right.
But it's a book.
And there's
no one's coming in.
3 dead senators, but now it looks like there's like 30.
He kills them after they fuck.
He kills them after they fuck, Emily.
Okay. It definitely doesn't cause like America to go into like a tailspin or anything. Because grow up.
It's at the end of the night. Everybody's gone.
It's fine. It's past their bedtime.
Does this? So we're going to read when they fuck for the first time. Mm-hmm. In the Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah.
Get on your knees, little mouse. Get on your knees, little mouse, he orders darkly. I pause, unsure if I should listen or find the common sense I dropped somewhere on the way to the House of Mirrors and run.
You dropped it a long time before that.
What
Okay.
the fuck, where'd it go? Don't make me ask twice, he growls, his face dropping to a severe expression. He tilts his jaw down, glaring at me.
Glaring. His eye darkened.
His one eye darkened. His other eye brightened. The danger in his face scares me, and my juices dampen my thighs in response. You know it? She's like, I inked. She got scared.
Emily tried to do the thing where she looked at me and made me cower, and I didn't. I just stared right back at her.
Yeah, you're just like into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, I love juices filling my thighs.
Mm-hmm. Ajou.
Ajus. I don't want you to ask me, I say slowly. Confusion flits across his eyes for a brief second, and then I show him exactly what I mean in that moment. I turn and start to run, but he's too fast. His hand snaps out and wraps around my hair, yanking me backwards. He manages to twist my body so I land painfully on my knees. Just like we both wanted.
So before this, she's kind of like, oh, weird. We're about to have truly consensual sex.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I don't like it.
Yeah, she's like, I need this. That's my foreplay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's what they both wanted.
I know. It's consensual, non-consent. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Emily's getting a little flustered. Okay.
I left out a lot of stuff. So scroll.
You like it when I force you, he snarls, yanking my head back until I'm looking up at him. His cock brushes against my cheek, warning me of what's coming. You like being a bad little girl, don't you? You like to defy me because you love it when I scare you. You're a silly little girl playing with fire. He taunts a cruel snarl in his face. Skip.
Skip.
Open your fucking mouth, bad girl, right now before I suffocate you on my cock. This time I listen. The second my lips part, he's forcing the tip past my lips and straight to the back of my throat. He hisses through his teeth, followed by another feral growl.
What's the growl?
Just sound like that motorcycle that just went
That's his hissing.
That's so hot.
His hardened steel. Wrapped in
the screwdriver.
His hardened steel wrapped in silky satin, but the smoothness does little to ease the pain. He's too thick and too long for my small mouth. His little baby mouth.
Vanessa's so happy.
This is what you wanted, right? He growls. Fucking suck it now. That's him. He's like, suck it. That's it, baby, he breathes. There's a lot of skipping. With every syllable and moan that leaves his lips, I grow more desperate to please him. My vision darkens around the edges from how deeply he's plunging into my throat. It doesn't matter how much I gag and fight against him. It only grows impossibly harder. Without warning, he jerks my head back hard, his cock popping free. I wish I could do that, like, pop. Yeah, there it is.
We need a soundboard.
That technically could be one. He lifts me up by my hair until I'm on the tip of my toes. Zade, Please, I whimper, my vision blurred from the tears and chest tight due to lack of oxygen. I'm not even sure what I'm begging for. That's such a good girl, he praises. I love it when you're scared and begging. Okay.
They're so compatible. It was great.
They really love each other.
They
They're
really
soulmates.
do. Oh, romance.
He grips my waist and lifts me effortlessly. My legs instinctively curl around his trim waist, just as I feel the cool glass press against my back.
So you think I'm skinny?
He's like, I know, thank you. Trim spa, baby.
God.
He pulls away and positions the head of his cock at the entrance.
Entrance.
Spread your pussy for me, little mouse.
He's got a mice infestation.
He's a mouse and cat and mouse. That's what it is.
She does call him kitty cat to like, well, only because she's like, stop calling me little mouse.
She's trying to.
You little kitty cat.
You kitty cat.
Did she ever call him pussy?
I don't know. She missed out on that.
He orders. I open my mouth to argue, ready to tell him to just fuck me. But the look on his face renders me speechless. Frustration mounting. I reach both hands between our bodies and do as he says. A red flush stains my chest as I spread myself apart. It's like she's opening herself. Oh, okay. That's right, because it's what he asked her to do. It's
Okay. Yes.
Oh, right. It's demeaning when he knows I'm not supposed to want it. He knows I want him to force himself inside me as a punishment for insulting him. He's going to make me show him how much I want him by spreading my pussy and inviting him in. God, I hate him. Don't you dare move your hands, he threatens a second before he's pulling me down on his awaiting dick. Ah! I shout. Ah! Ah! I shout. My hands seconds from flying into his chest so I can push him off. He's too much, stretching me wider than I've ever been.
Tent.
Stop! It doesn't fit! I gasp.
Doesn't go like that.
No, it does not. It doesn't fit. I need more time to tent. What a poor little mouse. He coos, mocking his tone husky and tight. Maybe one day you'll let me treat this cunt like glass and show it all my love, but you've been a bad girl, haven't you?
How you doing, Emily?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Vanessa's fucking thriving.
She's like, ha, 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 ha.
She's sitting there holding her cards, playing with them, like, ooh.
I'm just, okay.
You know what?
Keep going.
I said pussy earlier, and I said it then just now without hesitating
feel?
normally because I was thinking of a cat. That's the trick.
That's the trick.
That's the trick, yeah.
Just picture a cat.
Life pro tip.
When I don't answer, he jerks me back down on him harder, earning another pained whimper. Haven't you? He barks. Yes, I shout breathlessly, squeezing my eyes shut against the invasion. The pain is morphing into something far more intense and breathtaking. He slides out and pushes back in, gentler this time, but no less angry. It feels like my body is on the cusp of bursting. This isn't natural to be so goddamn full. He pulls out to the tip and then he slams his entire length back inside me. So deep, I swear I feel him coming up my throat.
No, girl, you're vomiting.
That's just gagging on it. Goddamn, Addie, I can barely fucking fit. He starts out slowly and forceful, harsh thrusts, then dragging himself out at a torturous pace before slamming inside again. I feel my body beginning to relax, sucking him in greedily.
Tenting, yeah.
As he damns my soul with every stroke. Shockwaves scatter throughout my nerve endings, and he quickens his pace, roughly fucking me against the mirror while loud noises I've never made in my life fall from my lips.
What are the noises?
I don't even know.
Yeah, she's so flustered. I was thinking this reminds me of when you were in school and they would make you read in front of the class because you're like, I don't want to read.
Oh my God.
Keep going. This is for the grade.
The pleasure is blinding, and the feel of him sliding in and out between my fingers only heightens the potent lust stirring in the pit of my stomach. He readjusts our position, sliding each arm under my knees and hiking them up high. An embarrassing scream escapes as he changes the angle of his hip.
Pictured him screaming. Sorry, it was the mirror.
I was picturing someone walking by the house of mirrors being like, what the fuck is going on in there?
Closed.
It's closed.
Just a carny, like, what the fuck?
Cleaning.
He gave me $500 to shut up.
An embarrassing scream as he changes the angle of his hits. It hits spots that instantly makes my legs violently shake. Oh my God, I moan. That's right, baby. I'm your fucking God. He growls before I feel his teeth sink into my neck.
Oh.
Skip, skip.
Skip,
Just
skip,
as
skip,
I
skip. Oh my God.
So when you want to read this at home,
It's Halloween. He's a vampire.
there's a lot that I'm not reading that you can read. Just as I reach that peak, he pulls completely out. I whimper, the sudden emptiness almost painful. Get on your hands and knees. I don't argue, mainly because the loss of the orgasm is painful and my legs are incapable of supporting my weight much longer. His hands dart between my legs and grab me from the underside of my hips, lifting me up until my knees are no longer on the ground. She's like wheelbarrowing? So she's trying to like really hold herself up.
Emily can barely read. Vanessa has stopped speaking. This is the most. Do you know why I picked the book that I picked? Because it actually, for a mafia book, is pretty tame, all things considered.
Yeah.
And I fucking knew that Vanessa was going to hit us with something. So this is the most you've ever clutched.
I feel his hot breath fan across my
Fish mouth.
His microwave fish mouth. Hot breath fan across my pussy a second before his teeth latch onto my clit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of punishment.
Emily, it's a little bit of punishment.
Of course. Immediately, he suctions my clit in his mouth and laps at my dripping cunt.
What a sweet boy.
He's just...
Keep going.
If you want to do
I don't know if you're looking at me to scandalize me
No,
or asking for
just-
help, but I'm not giving you anything.
Just
hear
like
this? I do hear
everyone
this.
else hearing this.
Oh my God.
I look up and shamelessly watch him feast on me from behind.
Feast.
She could be looking anywhere because there's a reflection all around.
Yeah.
I get the best view of him on his knees behind me, eating my pussy like a starved man. Zade, please, I beg, my eyes crossing from the pleasure.
I knew it.
He pulls away, and I scream at him in frustration, pounding my fist against the floor. Fury from being denied a second time overwhelms me, and I thrash against his hold. He laughs at my attempt. He interrupts my tirade by seating himself inside me, his balls slapping against the sensitive nub. I choke on my words, this angle allowing him in far deeper than before. I arch my back and dig my nails into the floor, clawing at the dirty tile as he relentlessly pounds into me.
Oh my God.
He grabs my hair and snaps my head back roughly, forcing me to look in the mirrors directly in front of me and watch him fuck me. You want to come all over my cock, baby? I nod my head frantically. He smiles in response. Have you been a good little girl? Another wobbly nod. Then fucking say it, Adeline. I clench around him, and I hear my full name spoken in his gravelly tenor. I'm your little girl. Wait, I'm your good little girl, I breathe. Ugh. Too far gone to feel anything but blinding lust.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
Uh-huh.
Fuck, that's it, baby. Your pussy is so fucking tight. Milk my fucking cock.
There it is.
Zade grinds out. He ends his sentence on a roar, his hips shuddering as he slams into me one last time, filling me with his seed until I can no longer fit any more inside of me. Mm-hmm. My body convulses from the aftershocks even after I come down from the biggest orgasm I've ever had. None of that was natural.
That's what it says.
That's in the book, not just my closing thoughts.
I agree. How you doing?
I think I need a juice box and a nap.
Did you think this is how your day was going to go?
No.
I had a feeling.
Joe Biden's in town. I had to bring it.
Joe, we did it.
We did it, Joe.
That was for you, Joe.
We did it, Joe. You know,
she's tie-tie.
I think because, I was like, we didn't get any of the like, wear your dye. You're going to ink out of here. Like,
right.
Diapers.
Vanessa telling us that we needed to bring diapers.
She always
and bathing
warns us.
suits.
And then I'm like, all right, I'm ready. But this, I was like,
she mentioned at the salon, I'm in my like bad boy era. And I went, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Is he the baddest boy you've read?
No.
Of course not. Of course not. How many times has she talked about how she's getting more comfortable revealing some of her more risque stuff? It makes me want to bring stuff that's like not, there's
Comfy
no sex.
pants?
Your comfy pants.
Yeah, I want to bring comfy pants.
I definitely, this book and Den of Vipers was definitely like my intro to like dark romance. It was probably like my first 2 books I read. Like,
way to
that was
come
your
out
fork in the road.
swinging with like the professional level of like, oh, dark romance sometimes mean he has a scary job. And this is a little bit more than that.
Yeah. Like, so if you like this, there's more of this.
That was fucking nothing. That she finds journals that were written by her great grandmother, and it turns out that she had a stalker too. And so
they're related.
There's basically
It's like a magic time house.
He kind of says something funny like, maybe we're reincarnation of your great grandmother and her stalker, and I'll always find you, and blah blah blah.
Did Grandma
Scorpio.
fuck her stalker?
He's a Scorpio man.
She was gonna leave her husband for the stalker, and it turns out he was in the mafia. And actually her husband ended up being like a bad guy. He was like a gambler and a drunk, and he used to smack her around.
Once again, Christian Alistair is all over the place,
He's
going
everywhere.
like, hey, your husband sucks, you should be with me.
Yeah.
I think the stalker in that his name was like Rolando or something like that. Gigi was like her
I want to
grandma's
see what you
name.
could do with someone named Rolando.
Rolando.
I wonder there are some books that came out like because of this book. I haven't read
Some self-help books.
No, I think it's a one about maybe her grandmother, maybe.
Okay, like a prequel.
Yeah.
Do they end up like falling in love, being together?
Yeah.
She's still stalker.
So they are in love, but
Yeah.
this ends on the biggest cliffhanger.
So this is a series.
Is there a sequel?
Yes.
Okay. I thought
The
it was like,
sequel
we
is-
don't know how it happens.
The sequel's so fucked up. It's so fucked up.
We'll have to do that.
No,
later
I'll
down the line.
never do
Never.
it.
It's
No.
that
Oh
bad.
my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll never do it on the show.
We'll talk offline and see what
Yeah.
the hell that's all about.
Maybe a Patreon. Or
talk about
not
the
even
ultimate
that.
Barbara Blindside.
Oh wow.
I probably wouldn't do it for the show ever.
like it's that bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
I'll take your
scary.
word for it. If anyone
If
here
she's
we can
saying
trust,
that-
if Vanessa's saying it's too much, hey guys,
Yeah. Because I think you think that they're, I mean, I don't want to give it away, but
don't give it away.
Yeah.
But Vanessa says it's a lot, so let's trust that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she thinks that this is fun. And she thinks that's a lot. So
it's just not what you expect from a second book after they get together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What are the good people at Goodreads think?
I bet they. Oh man.
So they're okay. Wow.
Okay.
So Goodreads has it at a 3.97. There's 500,000 reviews.
This is
When people are like,
popular
"All
book.
women are reading this,"
63,000 written reviews.
Whoa.
And on Goodreads, there are 83,000 people currently reading this book right now, according to
watch
their
this
Goodreads.
episode.
Tune in.
So Amazon has a 4.4 with 100,000 ratings.
When did you say this came out again?
2021.
Wow, so it's been out for a while,
2021.
and it's still so popular, and it's scary.
Everyone,
Yeah.
if you start reading dark romance or smut, you've heard of this book.
This
Yeah.
is one
See
that
it on TikTok. You see it on
Yeah.
Instagram. It's everywhere.
so
a lot. That's why it
popular.
sounded so familiar. Would be people being like, "Oh, Dark Hunting Adeline." Yeah.
So we had friends of the pod write some
Yeah.
reviews. Actually, 2 written reviews. Megan gave it 2 stars. I knew this book was going to be trash. I never picked it for the plot, but it was atrocious. The writing is poor. The plot is incredibly stupid, except for Adeline solving her grandmother's murder. Save yourself some time and read some other smut that's actually worth your energy.
Valid. Love it.
Okay.
Taylor gave it 5 stars.
Taylor.
Wow.
All
Best
right.
friends. Taylor, best friends.
Taylor Swift.
Yes. I read the reviews and I wasn't so sure about this book. It had a slow start for me, but my God, it picked up and it did not stop. I can't wait to binge the next one.
Ooh. Oh. Sorry,
Did you check that? You should check the reviews of the next one to see if Taylor wrote a follow up. If not,
Oh, I'd
Taylor,
love
if
to
you're
know.
listening, you did.
No, I said I'd love to know.
Oh yeah, or if Taylor, if you did read it, let us know what you think.
Let us know. Yeah.
Kate, Lou, Ashley, Barb, Deanna, Sarah, Marlene, Sarah, Stacy, Nicole, Kimberly, Dana, Kimberly, Alicia, Melissa, Mallory, Anissa, Sam, and Rachel, all friends of the pod.
Hey!
Oh my
I didn't
God.
have any friends.
Oh, that's so nice.
So yeah, all those people wrote reviews, or submitted reviews, but didn't write reviews.
something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me pull up the ones that I
We have
saved.
friends.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
So
You can tell our age range too by the names.
Barb.
Well, that's
lots
you.
of M's.
Yeah.
Barb's gonna be younger.
Lots of Nicoles and Megans and yeah.
Yeah.
Warda said, "This is all hype and no substance. I enjoyed a portion of it. I thought it had potential. I was falling for the stalker, but everything about this is mediocre, subpar, and juvenile.
Okay.
This isn't a dark romance. This has dark elements. It's surface level and hardly anything was explored.
I think there's a
Oh.
lot of orifices and
I just don't know
guns.
what else constitutes dark romance.
I mean, if this doesn't qualify, I don't know what the fuck does.
Yeah.
because it's also like kind of
I
scary.
know. I want to see what else Warda be reading.
Because usually it's like I always just thought dark romance means like he's kind of a bad guy, but this is like actually
He's
like scary.
actively stalking her. He's killing people who
For
touch
her.
her.
It's
She's
written like a thriller book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And we're not even getting into the gunplay, but let's get into the gunplay.
Yeah.
This is
I left
dark.
out
There's
so
solving
much
a murder.
too.
Yeah.
Alexandra said 1 out of 1 star. If this man was ugly, 5 feet tall, I'm pretty sure anyone would hate him and his actions. Pretty privilege is real.
well, yeah. That's why people. It's also a book.
Yeah.
The man that I'm attracted to did attractive things. What?
Oh.
What?
Millie Henderson said, "Forget Adeline. This book's gonna haunt me." I
Same.
included some 5 stars because
Okay.
I just felt like this is so out there.
What would you give it?
Well, you know what's funny is that I looked at my review and I only gave it 3 stars.
Wow.
But I
'Cause
am
the sequel.
Well, I'm just one of those, like, I only have a couple of things that are 5 stars for me.
Okay, yeah.
And you know what I mean? I feel like 3 is still really good.
3 is
for
like, it's
me.
good.
3 and 4
That's the
are
thing about
great
the rating
books.
systems is you got to know what everybody's metric is
Yeah.
because it's not across the board. Like, anyway.
2 is like, I probably wouldn't tell any of my friends about it. But,
3 for me is.
oh,
take
see,
it or
3
leave
for
it.
me is like, this is good.
I would
Okay.
feel like 3 would be my meh.
3 is my, like, if I hadn't read this, I'd be okay.
I'd
Yeah.
probably bump it up to 4 now.
Okay.
Now that I reread
And you
it.
thought about it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention that it turned out that Deo was working for Z the whole entire time.
What?
She doesn't know. She didn't know. She never
like called in
she
a
didn't do it
sacrifice.
intentionally.
She's
but
never actually met him before.
She didn't realize she
She's-
was working for.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's a computer hacker too.
Oh, it wasn't
want
that he
her
was
book.
telling her like you should
No. It was just coincidence.
That got me excited, thinking
Yeah.
that they were like in cahoots.
No,
Yeah.
but it was
Okay.
funny because
Zendaya.
she installed security cameras at her house,
Oh.
which Z's people put in the house, so he had access to everything the whole entire time.
course.
Oh,
I forgot to
weird.
mention that.
Link in bio. Yeah.
Yeah.
The roses
So,
were cameras.
Issy gave this a 5 stars. She's like, reading this book was not enough. I need to fuck Zade.
Get a gun, girl. Don't do that. That was a
Don't.
joke.
Eamon is a pretty big reviewer.
Oh, yeah. The one that I said.
The Daniel Laurie.
The Daniel
Is
Laurie
racist.
disclaimer.
Oh.
Yeah, because that
It's like
review
the
had like 1,300 likes.
Is it like, it looks like Chucky in like a headscarf with like a scar?
I straight up do not look at the pictures. I don't know.
I see her reviews everywhere. She's a big reviewer.
How you spell her name?
Ayman.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's really long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but she gave it 4 stars. She said, tread lightly. If you want to get into dark romance, don't let this be your gateway into the genre.
Vanessa.
This is very graphic.
True.
She was like, anyways, I literally smacked my forehead and dragged my hand down my face so many times while reading this book. I thought I
I did
was
too.
desensitized to smut at this point, but I was shocked. Adeline is better than me because if I knew a man that looked like Zade approach me, I would fold instantly.
Valid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you so much for bringing that. I had so much fun. That
was
was
great.
overwhelming.
That was a
Emily's
lot.
never going to be the same.
I definitely feel like I have like a hangover where
You're
I'm like,
so brave.
okay.
If you saw how much stuff I left out, in the beginning, he goes, have you ever been fucked by somebody like me before? And she says, I've been fucked better.
Bad
And
girl.
he starts listing off all of her ex-boyfriends.
Oh,
And
Capricorn.
she's like, fuck. She was like, I literally just put all these guys on death row because now he's going to fucking kill all of them.
Yeah, he loves her.
Yeah.
He loves her.
Aw. If you love us, let us know. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment.
Leave a rose.
If you're one of the ones who's...
leave a rose.
Leave a rose.
Leave a rose in the YouTube comments for us. That's where
Thank
we
you.
see them. And then you can leave 5-star reviews everywhere on the internet, on Apple, Spotify, everything. Tell your friends. Tell your stalker. Tell your...
They already know.
Yeah. Tell Zay. Tell the person installing your security system.
Tell the UPS guy.
UPS guy for sure.
Your grandma.
Tell your grandma. Everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe don't tell your grandma.
Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. You can subscribe to our Patreon, get a bonus episode each month, as well as an episode a day early. Patreon.com/ClutchMyPearlsPod. And then you send us an email at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. And
She's
She wants to
I
get out of here.
into
She's
like micro
"Get
machines,
me
man.
out of here.
And if you're on our Patreon, I'll see you Monday. For everybody else, see you next Tuesday. Bye. I need to
Bye.
heal.
She's haunted.